Hi, this is Elizabeth Moss, and you're watching the Broadway.com show, just like I do.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly guide to everything going down on the Great White Way. Or as we like to think of it, the place where blondes really do have more fun. Just ask Idina Menzel. What's the buzz, Paul?
Hip Hop Hooray! Legendary Def Jam Records producer Russell Simmons is working on a new musical that'll bring the golden age of hip hop to the musical stage. This scenario will highlight the genre's biggest hits of the 80s and 90s and will be written by Dan Charnas, who penned the best-selling book Def Jam, the first 25 years of the last great record label. No word yet if the show will wind up on the Broadway stage or not, but Simmons is hoping to get it in front of New York audiences sometime in 2016.
Some kind of wonderful news for Broadway hit Beautiful, the Carole King musical. The Tuna is heading to a movie theatre near you, produced by Tom Hanks' production company and released by Sony Pictures. Douglas McGrath, who wrote the book for the show, will write the screenplay. The cast for the movie has not been announced yet, but we're sure they will make us feel the earth move under our feet, just like Chilina Kennedy and company do 8 shows a week at the Stephen Sondheim Theatre.
The Bad Boys of Magic are back. Penn and Teller, the longtime duo known for their unconventional blend of comedy and magic, will play the Marquee Theatre beginning on July 7th. In this, their third Broadway appearance, the tall, wisecracking Penn Jillette and his silent one-name partner Teller will mix new elements with classic bits fans know and love. Look for the pair to disappear from the Great White Way on August 16th when their limited engagement ends and they return to their record-breaking act at the Rio in Las Vegas.
Break out your best bottle of Windex because glass slippers are still in fashion this spring. A bunch of Broadway favorites will lead the world premiere of Ever After, the new musical inspired by the 1998 film of the same name. The Paper Mill Playhouse production will star If Then Hunk and Broadway.com vlogger James Snyder, Rocky alum Margot Seiber, Tony nominees Tony Sheldon and Charles Brown, and Emmy winner Charles Shaughnessy, among others. Described as a Renaissance-era version of the classic tale of Cinderella, Ever After is directed by 3-time Tony winner Kathleen Marshall and will begin performances at the New Jersey Playhouse this May. We'll be taking our pumpkin-turned carriage on opening night.
Our favorite excuse to sit in Central Park and sip wine is back. This year's annual Shakespeare in the Park series, presented by the Public Theater, will feature Broadway alum and Modern Family favorite Jesse Tyler Ferguson, alongside Sam Waterston in The Tempest, and theater couple Lily Rabe and Hamish Linklater in the Bard's beloved tragedy Cymbeline. By my troth, Will Beest there.
Hi, I'm Chita Rivera, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
The new musical comedy, It Should Have Been You, centers around the hijinks of 2 families coming together for a fancy-schmancy wedding. At a recent press event for the show, I asked the cast about the best onstage wedding ceremony they've ever been a part of. Their answers are this week's Pop Poll.
I just did a beautiful production of Fiddler on the Roof at Goodspeed. And is there a greater wedding?
Fiddler on the Roof, sunrise, sunset. I was like in the ensemble. I was like a kid.
I did Fiddler on the Roof when I was like 9 at Camp Frenchwoods. I played I think I had one line and I went, no, out of a window.
I'm generally the person who kills somebody instead of marries them. I was a bride in White Devil and terrible things happened.
Obviously, Little Mermaid was a pretty cool way to end the show with the wedding to my prince, Sean Palmer.
The wedding in Cinderella, designed by William Ivy Long, was just the most elegant, beautiful thing you've ever seen.
West Side Story, Tony, Fiddler on the Roof, I was Mothel, and then Brigadoon, I got married as well.
There was one in the Heidi Chronicles, which they're reviving right now, and Midsummer Night's Dream was another one where we had a nice wedding at the end. I guess those are probably the 2 that spring to mind.
There's no favorite? Come on, pick one.
No.
Mad Men may soon be airing its final season, but TV's loss is Broadway's gain, as Elizabeth Moss opened in the Heidi Chronicles this week. She has earned rave reviews for her intelligent, authentic and nuanced performance as Heidi Holland in the revival of Wendy Wasserstein's Tony and Pulitzer Prize-winning play. Welcome back to the Great White Way, Elizabeth Moss. You are our star of the week.
This week, we're giving a thumbs up to Tina Fey and her husband Jeff Richmond for making impressive progress on that Mean Girls musical we all can't stop thinking about. In a recent interview, Richmond confirmed that the tuner is 60% done, being staffed with creatives like Legally Blonde lyricist Nell Benjamin, and looking to hold actual solid readings this summer. Richmond also teased one song title, Old Blonde Song, which will apparently be sung by Regina George's mother. This is all really gruel news.
Yes, we're all totally psyched about the Mean Girls musical, but there's one thing we don't think our father, the inventor of toaster strudel, would be too happy about. There's not going to be a song called Fetch. So guys, stop trying to make Fetch happen. It's not gonna happen, okay?
This week's Hot Shot is a high-energy look at the dancers of On the Town, shot exclusively for Broadway.com by Matthew Murphy. On the Town's Tony Yazbeck, J. Armstrong Johnson, Clyde Alves, Eloise Kropp, Tanya Burrell, Lori-Ann Ferreri, Samantha Sturm, Sky Maddox, and Holly Ann Butler got done up in some fancy duds at Downtown Bar Bedlam and kicked up their heels for this hell of a picture.
I'm Cindy Lucas, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Our tweet of the week goes to Audra McDonald for writing, "Just dreamt I was auditioning for Andrew Lloyd Webber in my driveway. He stopped me mid-song, told me my voice was a mess, and said, go home." Definitely a dream, Audra. You have 6 Tonys. We all, including the composer, know that you can make any song take flight. Follow her at AudraEqualityMC.
It's time to reveal the results of another Broadway.com Culture List Challenge. In honor of the composing great's birthday on March 22nd, we asked readers to make top 10 lists of their favorite Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals. I kicked off the fun with my list, which put the gorgeous Aspects of Love at the top of the heap. Turns out you all thought a little differently. Song and Dance, Aspects of Love, Starlight Express, Love Never Dies, Sunset Boulevard, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Cats, Jesus Christ Superstar, Evita, The Phantom of the Opera. Check back every Friday for a brand new Broadway.com Culture List Challenge.
Last week, we asked you which star of next season's American Horror Story Hotel you're most excited to see, Matt Bomer or Cheyenne Jackson. The results are in, and Bomer beat Cheyenne with 75% of the vote. This week, we're excited that 2 fabulous new revivals, On the 20th Century and The King and I, are getting brand new cast albums. Now we're wondering what you're more excited to hear on the record, Kristin Chenoweth's Lily or Kelly O'Hara's Anna. Tweet your vote to @BroadwayCom with the hashtag #BWaySmackdown and tune in next week to find out the winner.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. We'll leave you with a hilarious sneak peek of Laura Benanti decked out like Jane Fonda, working it with the Rockettes in preparation for the New York Spring Spectacular. See you next week.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Nailed it. 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 Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Think about it.
No, thank you. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. No, this feels great.